Hey there, folks. It is Rob from Movie Review Time, and I am back with a brand new What I Watched video. This is basically a series where I watch movies and show you guys what I watched. It's that simple. They're not reviews, they're just kind of quick thoughts and me showing them. Whenever I feel like I have enough to show, I will make a video. I have a pretty good stack here of movies that I watched over the past few weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so. And I have some natural disaster movies, I have some thrillers, I have some comedies, and some nostalgic films. So it's a nice mix. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. First up, we have a natural disaster movie that I really like. I know a lot of people don't really care for the film, and it is Armageddon, with Bruce Willis, directed by Michael Bay. This is definitely in my top 10 favorite Michael Bay films. I can't tell you where it is in my top 10, but I know it's top 10 for sure. I think this has a very sad ending to it, but I don't know. I like it. It's just a lot of fun. It's entertaining. So I don't want to close my eyes because I don't want to miss a thing. So yeah. Next up is another natural disaster film, also one of my favorites, and it is Twister. Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt. I love the scene where they go to Aunt Meg's for some good eats, steak and eggs. I always have to eat something whenever that scene comes up, but about tornadoes. They're chasing tornadoes and trying to study them. Just a classic. I saw this in the theater, and it was quite the experience. So I still think it holds up today as one of the best tornado-type films. All right. Next up is a movie that I haven't seen in years, and it is Wolf, with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. The Animal is Out. This is a different kind of film when it comes to like werewolves. It is a suspense thriller, and it's a good one. Jack Nicholson is just he's fantastic in anything he does, but I really like Michelle Pfeiffer in this. And it's funny because I watched 2 Michelle Pfeiffer movies back to back, and the other one I'm going to mention here is Dangerous Minds. Now, I haven't seen this movie in a couple of years, but I just remember when I first saw this, I was listening to Coolio, Gangster's Paradise. That song, I mean, even today I love Gangster's Paradise from Coolio. That song is just one of the greatest songs ever made, in my opinion. It is so good. But yeah, Dangerous Minds with Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, here is I guess you could say kind of a thriller, like an action-packed thriller that no one ever talks about, and it is Raw Courage. Now, I remember seeing this movie a long time ago with my dad on TV. It was, of course, edited for television. I'm not really sure all the stuff they edited out, but I remember seeing like these guys were jogging and these military guys were chasing them on motorcycles, and they just keep running and running, and they're getting thirsty and they need water, and something happens to their friend. I've been looking for this movie for the longest time, and I found it on DVD from HamiltonBook.com really, really cheap. So this is definitely a movie, guys, that if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's got some great music too. I love the music to this. But yeah, it's Raw Courage. Here's another thriller called Survive the Night. This is basically the female version of Judgment Night. If you've seen Judgment Night with Emilio Estevez, this is, like I said, the female version. These, Thanksgiving, these ladies need gas, and they get confronted by this gang. And throughout the whole movie, they're running from this gang that's terrorizing them, and they have to try to use their survival instincts. And it's just a great movie. I didn't even know about this until my buddy Thomas, HorrorFan34, told me about it. And because I was really familiar with Judgment Night, I just wasn't familiar with this. But yeah, if you guys have not seen this movie, definitely check it out. It's very, very hard to come by, very, very hard to get a copy of this film. But very good. Now, here is a horror / I guess thriller that I haven't seen in a while, called The Reaping, with Hilary Swank. About this little girl who, she basically places a curse on this this area, and there's all these things happening. That's kind of biblical in a way, but it's almost cursed. But that's I think her name is Anna Sophia Robb. She was I remember her in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as the girl who kept chewing gum. She was really young there. I'm not really sure if this was made first or if that was, but that's her on the cover there. But yeah, this is a good movie. No one ever talks about The Reaping. Definitely one of my favorite Hilary Swank films for sure. Now here is one. This is from Scorpion Releasing, and it's 1973. And I just watched this a couple days ago, and it is A Candle for the Devil. Now, I'd never seen this movie. I saw the trailer, and I heard good things about it. It is great. These sisters run this kind of bed and breakfast place, and these women start coming there one by one, and if they sense something that these women aren't doing right, or if they don't like these women, they end up killing them and trying to hide the evidence while those other people are trying to come in to this place and stay the night. Things just start happening, and it's just so fun to watch them try to cover it up and try to be oh, nothing ever happened to this person. It almost reminds me of Hostel, without all the gore and torture stuff. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But great movie. I love this one. 1973. Here's a movie I wanted to revisit. It gets hated on a lot, and that is Congo. Saw this movie in the theater. Laura Linney and Dylan Walsh, who is in the Stepfather remake. He plays the stepfather, and Ernie Hudson. This movie's not that bad. It's about killer gorillas, but not really, because that only happens in the third act of the film, basically at the end, and then they start jumping in the lava, killing themselves. But it's kind of an adventure. They go into the Congo. They try to look for the diamonds and stuff. I don't know. It's interesting. I wouldn't say it's the best movie ever made, but I don't know. It's fun in ways. Okay, wanted to watch a couple of comedies. Here we have Bruce Almighty, which I think is one of Jim Carrey's best that he's ever done, next to Liar Liar and Ace Ventura. Those movies. But this one was a real treat. I saw this in the theater for the first time, and I was just laughing my ass off. It's just so funny. Evan Almighty sucked. I didn't care for that at all. But Bruce Almighty, yeah, definitely fun. Now, I had never seen this movie until now, and it is Baywatch with The Rock. Just another excuse for The Rock to take off his shirt and show his muscles and how strong he is. He basically lifts 2 refrigerators and shows that, that He's on steroids. Zac Efron actually looks more toned than him. But it's basically like, the original TV show Baywatch with Pamela Anderson. And, I used to watch that. Just to watch the ladies running in their bathing suits. Who didn't? But this is kind of like that, but it's made into a movie and it's a comedy. There were some funny things in this movie, but all in all, it just kind of sucked. But again, it's just, like I said, it's just another movie for The Rock to take off his shirt and show how strong he is. All right. Now, the next few movies here are just for nostalgia purposes. I haven't seen this movie in years, and I showed this to my kids and they loved it, and it is An American Tail. This also includes Fievel Goes West, but I wanted to watch the first one, and it's a movie I grew up with. This is a family double feature DVD. If you can find this, definitely pick it up. Like I said, it's got both movies. But yeah, An American Tail. Steven Spielberg presents. Here's one that I revisited that I really like still to this day, and it is Blank Check. Basically, this kid gets almost run over by a car, and it basically wrecks his bike a little bit. This guy gets out, and he's kind of wanted from the police. So he starts to write this check to the boy for his bike, and then the cops show up, and he makes a run for it and leaves the boy with this blank check. So the boy goes home. His name's Preston, right there on the cover, but he goes home and he puts $1 million on this blank check and tries to cash it. Like every boy's dream, tries to cash it and then basically goes on a spending spree. It's just great. I don't know. I loved it. I still like it to this day. Yeah. It says if you loved Home Alone, you'll love Blank Check. I mean, different movies, but still good. Another one I really love to this day is Three Ninjas. Now, I own the other Three Ninja movies, but they do not compare to this one. This one's just a lot of fun. The basketball scene is laughable, but I like the ninja stuff, the fight scenes, the choreography, and even the music is great in this. It says, crosses Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Home Alone. Yeah, they do kind of like the Home Alone thing in the house when the burglars come. They set traps and stuff, so I guess you could say that's like Home Alone. But it's I don't know. It's just this movie. It's cheesy. The acting is terrible, but it's just a lot of fun. It's a movie I grew up with. So, okay. So the last one here, I watched both of the movies to this, and it is Saved by the Bell, the movies. So, in the box set of Saved by the Bell, the TV show, there is the college years, which didn't, have that big of a running, and then the movies. So let's open this up, and I'll show you guys what the movies are here. All right. So both the movies are on one disc. You can do that right there. So you got Saved by the Bell, Hawaiian Style, and then you also got Wedding in Las Vegas. Now, the Wedding in Las Vegas, basically takes place after the college years. So you got the college years, which is only 2 discs. But after that was over, then they did the Wedding in Las Vegas to kind of conclude everything, because Zach and Kelly get married. The Hawaiian Style one was a different kind of movie where they go to this hotel run by, I think, Kelly's uncle or something like that. Like I don't know if it was her uncle or her grandfather. It's one of them. But they go there and it's during the show. It's during the actual original show. which is not really that good. I prefer the Wedding in Las Vegas movie, but they released a DVD of these movies separately, and I remember they were hard to get. I remember Best Buy had them at one point, but then they turned out to be the rarest thing you could even try to get your hands on. But it's really cool that they have it included in this Saved by the Bell box set, which I will do a review of, show you guys the contents of it. But yeah, that's pretty much the last thing that I watched. Just to kind of wrap things up a little bit with, going with a little Saved by the Bell. Again, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of nostalgic movies and stuff. And they are movies. It's Saved by the Bell movies. But when you watch them, it does seem like you're watching the show. I mean, it hasn't changed from that. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this What I Watched video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back with more of these. And let me know in the comments what you think of some of these titles that I mentioned. And yeah, I'll be back. This is Rob from Movie Review Time, signing off.